Hello friends, welcome to this video. This is Rohit. In this video we are going to talk about sort function in C++ standard template library, that is STL. Okay, so let's start. So what is sorting? So sorting is one of the most basic function that you can apply on the data. So in sorting, basically you try to arrange the data in particular fashion. It may be increasing or decreasing or ascending or descending. So there are various sorting techniques available or algorithms available like selection sort, bubble sort, insertion sort, merge sort, quick sort, intro sort, heap sort, etc. Okay, so if you don't use this sort function and if you want to arrange your data in increasing or decreasing order, then basically you can use any of these mentioned technique for sorting your data. But you need to write logic in order to use this technique. Okay. So what is advantage here with this sort function? So sort function is ready-made function which is part of this standard template library, and as it is part of standard template library, it can work on different types of data. It may be integer, float, etc. Okay, so if you don't use this sort function, then you need to implement your own logic for sorting your data, and it will be data type specific. So with your return function, either you can sort integer data or you can sort float data, depends. Okay, so sort function is a generic function which having ability to work with different data type. Okay, so there is a built-in function in C++ standard template library, and that function is what? Sort function. Okay, so this function internally uses intro sort technique. Okay, internally it uses which algorithm? Intro sort algorithm. And in this, if you go in more detail, so this intro sort is basically implemented using combination of quick sort, heap sort and insertion sort. Okay, so that is what the hybrid mixture of quick sort, heap sort and insertion sort. Okay, so by default, whenever you will invoke this sort function, it internally uses quick sort. But if quick sort is doing unfair, okay, it taking lot of time, more than n log, okay, n log n, then it will switches to heap sort. Okay, and if your array size is too small, then it will switch to insertion sort. Okay, so the prototype of sort function is like this. Sort, that is function name, it requires two arguments, starting address and ending address. So starting address is basically address of the first element of array which you want to sort, and ending address is the next continuous location of the last element of array. Okay, so these two parameters you need to provide in order to invoke this sort function. So actually your sort function sorts in the range of starting address and ending address, whatever pair of address you will provide. Okay, and in order to use this sort function, you need to include one header file called algorithm. Okay, so this is part of STL. This is part of STL, that is standard template library. Okay, now I will move to example. Now here we will try to use sort function. Okay, and we will try to sort one integer array using this sort function. So you can see here I have included one header file called algorithm, okay, in which the definition of sort function is available. So in order to use sort function, I must have to use this algorithm header file in my program. Okay, now here in main function I will create one integer array. So let's say demo, and I will initialize this array with certain random elements which I want to sort. So I will specify some random elements. 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 。 . . 。 . . . 。 . . 。 . 。 . . . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . 。 . . 。 . . . 。 .
。
Okay, so we have 10 elements within this array. Okay, so here we have created array demo of type integer. Now we will try to determine the size of this array. Okay, so to determine the size of array, I will create one integer variable. Let's say demo size, and I will use size of operator to calculate the size of demo array. Okay, so formula will be like this: size of demo divided by size of individual element. Okay, any individual element address you can pass. So here I will write demo of 0. Okay, so how it will work? So this size of function will return total size of this demo array. So as it is integer type, so individual element require 4 bytes, and we have how many elements? 10 elements. So 10 into 4, so total will be 40 bytes. Okay, and then how to calculate number of elements? We will simply divide this 40 bytes by individual element size, that is 4 bytes. So here this size of demo of 0 will give you 4. Okay, so total elements will be like this: 40 bytes divided by 4 bytes. Okay, size of demo divided by size of individual element, that is demo of 0. So we will have 40 divided by 4. So we have how many elements? 10 elements. So this demo size will have value 10. So this demo size we will use while creating for loop for accessing or for printing array elements. Okay, now we will try to print array elements. So I will write cout. Here I will write the array elements before sorting, and we will break the line using ANDL. And here I will try to define one function. Let's say print array. Print array. It will be user defined function. Now it will require 2 parameters. One will be the name of array. Let's say our name of array is demo, and size of array. So our array size we have calculated within demo size. So we will pass here demo size. Okay, now we need to define this print array function. Okay, so here I will define this print array function. So its definition will be like this: void print array. It requires 2 parameters. One is your array name. So let's say integer a, and size of array. So let's say a size. Okay, and then within this function we will create one for loop. So initialize it with 0, and it will run up to I value will be less than a size, and then I plus plus, and inside this for loop I will print the array elements. So I will write a of I, and we will create space between every elements. So after printing each element, it will create one space, and then it will print the next element. Okay, so this is our user defined print array function, which will print the array elements. Okay, now here it will print the array elements. Okay, now we will invoke the sort function. Okay, now what is prototype of sort function? It is like this: sort start address and end address. So start address will be the starting address of the your array, okay, first element its address, and end address will be the address of the next continuous location of the last element of array. Okay, so you can simply write array name plus its size. Okay, so here I will invoke the sort function, sort. So starting address, you can simply pass the array name because it is pointing to the base address, and next end address plus the next location. So I will write a plus demo size. Okay, so a will be your array name, demo. Okay, so this is starting address and this is ending address of your array. Okay, so here we are invoking sort function, okay, which is part of ESTL. Okay, now after invoking sort function, our elements will get sorted and we will print them again. So here again I will copy this both statement, and here I will write after sorting. Okay, so it will be printed on next line. Okay, so this is how our program will look, where we will try to use sort function, okay, to sort the array elements. So here we are sorting integer type of elements. Now I will save this file and I will try to build this code. So to build this code, I will press Ctrl B. Here you can see the output. So the array elements before sorting, okay, random elements you can see as we have initialized them while creating array demo, and then here below you can see the sorted elements after invoking sort function. Okay, so this is how you can directly invoke sort function to sort your array elements. Okay, so friends, if you find this video useful, please like and share this video. I will see you next video. Thank you for watching.